In today's episode, we're back with more building of the FZ 80 series. That's what I should be saying anyway. We're not building it today, we're fixing it. Unbuilding. It got crashed reasonably badly. Proudly supported by Ultimate 9, Tread, Opus Campers, Superior Engineering, and in part by. So yeah, I'll put up some shots as I'm talking here, but as you can see, it's taken a pretty decent front end hit. So Demi was driving, not going to go into it too much, accidents happen. She just went into the back of someone. Now their car's all getting sorted out, so that'll all be covered. We don't have the comprehensive insurance for this. The problem with comprehensive insurance for these cars is you either have to pay ridiculous amounts to get it covered what it's worth, or normal places just cover it for a low amount anyway that wouldn't really cover it if it got written off. But anyways, we don't have comprehensive for it, so we are going to have to fix it ourselves. So Berto's here. We're going to start unstripping this front end. Now I have had like an engineer come over and he's checked the chassis. He said it's all fine. That was our main concern, that the chassis took like a bit of bend down through it. Obviously if we had a bull bar on, that would have been ideal. But we didn't, and obviously now it's very easy to say we're idiots for not having a bull bar on. Now they've had a crash, but it is what it is, we didn't. When we took the bull bar off like 3 months ago, we were meant to have our new bull bar about 2 weeks later, and it still has not turned up. So that's, yeah, no bar would have been nice if it was on, because it would have saved a lot of the damage. Both the sides are okay, like over there and over there, but there may be a little bit of kinking on the inner guards. So that's sort of what we're trying to get to today to work that out. Obviously this whole front area is going to have to be replaced. Grill, lights, a few bits of pieces there may be difficult to find, but that's why I thought if we strip it all down, we'll be able to put together a parts list. Let's put the fan through the radiator. So we're going to need new radiator out pretty much. Going to need new rad support.
New fan, shroud, new fan.
The bonnet's done for too. It'll need a new bonnet. It's obviously kinked the front up there. A huge pain in the ass. Every time I come out the shed now and look at the 80, I shed a tear because of how beautiful it was, but we'll get it back there. We'll get it back. We'll fix it up. Demi's very upset about her 80 as well. And that was just a nice new grill that we just bought. From Toyota.
Brand spanker.
It's gone now. I told Demi that we needed some more content on the 80. I had it on like a list of things to do, like organise some parts for the next couple of build episodes of the 80, and then she crashed it instead, so I suppose that's content. She thought, oh well, I don't know what else we need for this, so I better destroy some. What we're going to do too is, because I don't know how long this is going to be off the road, it'll take to get fixed, so we're just going to label all the bolts in bags, Ziploc bags, and then we know what everything's for. We're going to keep the car drivable at this point too, and when I say drivable I just mean so I can move it from the garage to the front when we need to get in the back there and stuff. Obviously I can't run it for more than, what, 45 seconds to a minute safely because it has no coolant in it.
Should have sent Demi to get more Ziplocs, eh?
This is her Ziploc collection. If she come home and says anything,
mate, she's going to be lit up. Don't you worry, I'll sort her out.
We didn't actually want to get full bar work on the 80, we want to keep it clean, so it's got a little hoopless bull bar coming. Got the sliders on there, but I'm kind of thinking now, maybe we need full wraparound bar work to protect Demi from when she's going shopping. Fully destroyed.
But look at this too.
Yeah.
It was probably due.
So look, half these parts need replacing anyway. Rusty rad support, destroyed AC condenser.
Yeah.
Don't tell Demi, but.
Nah, it was all in the crash.
Yeah, everything was beautiful. what do you have to say for yourself? We need an interview, we need answers.
Don't drink and drive.
For legal reasons, she was not drinking and driving.
She was overhydrated.
Too much water.
I told you not to let Zeph drive. I said he can't reach the pedals to press the brake, and you're like, let's just see if it happens.
I was saying before that we got the GQ with full bar work, the GU's just got full wraparound bar work, but the 80 were like, oh no, we won't need it, it's not doing tough wheeling. But we do need it.
Tough wheeling is my everyday driving.
It's more needed for shopping centre runs than an actual full drive.
Who put all this fancy shiny shit in here, eh?
All the superior gears
in the bloody way, mate. Hey, yeah, you be f***ing around, mate.
My car, my rules.
Don't listen to it.
Tyler tried to tell me that I was never driving one of these cars again.
You're not?
It's a bloody joke.
You're not driving anything.
You're not driving me then. That's the rules.
You'll be driven.
I'm not getting drove.
That's been about maybe an hour and a half pulling things apart so far. We're going to stop there though, because it's getting, to go further, we potentially have to get these side guards off to get the rad support out. You got to take the battery out to get the radiator out. We're still going to be able to move this car in a few days. And we're back, fast forward a couple of months into the future, and we've moved the 80 to a shed here where we will be finishing stripping it down and beginning all the jobs we're doing on it. So we've been on the Central Australia trip. A few people asked where the 80 was. This is where it's been all busted up. Haven't really done anything with it for a couple of months. Now I've actually hired out a part of this shed here, part of Josh's shed. Say hey Josh. Hey. Josh, Wireside Electrical. If you need any auto electrical business, Josh is your man. I had the smash repairer come look at it. He said it all looks not too bad. Inner guards are a little bit bent from the rad support there, but he said he'll be able to reshape them fine. So not really too much of a huge drama. We've been on the phone to all 4x4 spares and pretty much got most of the parts we need coming for this front end. So that's good. They should be here in a few days. And the plan today is to keep stripping this down. Get all this radiator, rad support, unassemble the whole front end, battery and all that's going to come out. And then once all that's done, we're just going to go straight into pulling this motor out because this car is getting engine swapped. I will give more information on that at the end of this episode or the next one, but the plan was always to engine swap this car, but now the front end's been smashed in, well, we're just going to do it all at once because there's no point rebuilding all this front end with all the 80 parts when they're all probably going to go in the bin in 6 months' time anyway, so it's just sped up. It's hot in here, sped up the engine swap process. This was the best mod Toyota ever did, bolt-on rad support.
It is not bad.
Most cars are weld-on rad supports and it'd be a much more painful job, so they made our life easy. So you've worked out you have to pull the guards off to get the rad support out.
I think it's going to be easiest. I pulled the battery out. Now I'm pulling out the battery tray. Now there's a few brackets on the back side of the rad support, so that's why I'm pulling everything out so I can get to it. This is half bolted to it, so it's all coming out anyway. We're going to need the room. Try and pull this radiator out. It's a bit hard because this is all pushed real far back into the fan, and to get the fan off you sort of need to have the shroud off, and to have the shroud off you need to have the fan off, and you can't because everything's bent.
So Demi did a good job of just mashing everything together so it can't come out.
It's a longer process, plus these 80 series, I'm not really a professional 80 series dismantler. I'm more of a GQ dismantler.
So it's just going to be a never-ending, like, pull one thing off, you have to pull the next thing off, and then pull that off, you have to pull the next thing off, and then we're going to end
once
up...
this comes off, this motor and gearbox coming out now.
Straight out.
Just cutting the bloody auto transmission hose off it. See the fluid in it?
Yeah.
Smell it. It smells bad. Can you smell it? I think they can smell it.
There's a bit of rust in this thing, I'll tell you that. It's probably good to...
This is just service rust. Like we can pull all these off and paint the brackets. I don't know if we need.
Yeah.
I don't know if we just use an 80 series radiator. Well, this copped it. It's bent. It's not even connected down there. I already pulled him off, mate.
That's damage.
It's bent, and the fan has hit it on the hub and the actual fan itself.
Radiator's useless now.
I'm gonna get all this wiring, that side, this side. Like it's all behind brackets, so I have to undo all the brackets, get this off, because this whole rad support's coming out, the whole thing.
The bonus of all this is like, a lot of this stuff is not rusted through, but surface rusty, so we can clean everything up.
Make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Make it look like a YouTube car.
Yeah.
Like the rest of it.
And we'll have a nice engine block in here. This one, mate, doesn't look pretty enough.
Oh, mate.
That's,
Seized.
that's seen better days.
You know that noise that we've been hearing in front of the motor?
Yeah.
You're saying, what is it? That's
So we won't say what's going in it yet, but...
You've already given it away, mate.
Well, yeah, like everyone can pretty much see right now what's going on.
What's going on in there?
But we won't say the word. We just hold off. But this engine, right? Hey, it's me. I'm back. It's the future. I'm just saying this video, I thought I'd quickly jump in now and explain why we always had planned to get rid of that FZ and gearbox at some point. So the FZ has nearly 400,000 Ks on it. It was getting worn. It still runs like fine and nice, but it leaks a lot of oil and uses a lot of fuel. And the auto gearbox was starting to get quite clunky, not the best, and those 4-speed Toyota gearboxes just aren't really the best, not known to be the strongest or the longest lasting. So we looked at potentially, say, building all that stuff up, like rebuilding the FZ, rebuilding the gearbox, getting it all fresh and nice. We thought, nah, we want to do something different. We want to get, do an engine conversion, get a fresh motor, a fresh gearbox, something that's better in there. We thought it'd be cool, interesting, exciting. So that was always the plan to do that one day, but obviously it's a now thing because the car got smashed in. So they're coming out. They're gone. They're in the bin. They're in the bin.
We'll leave this for Sam Young.
Yeah, yeah.
Bop, bop. Is it working or what?
Yeah, we're ready.
Right, yeah. So, I've got all the front of the rad support I've done. I've only got 2 more bolts at the back, which I'm going to come to them when I know I can get it out. The next step is to pull the guards off, so that this can lift up and out. And to do that, I have to pull the wipers off and this little scuttle panel, I think they call it. Oh, you can next game do it with a little fella, right? There better be screws under here for the guards, let me tell you that.
This car will be getting the best clean it's ever got. It was full of dirt and leaves under there everywhere. Glass from the crash. That's
not even from this car.
Yeah, that's from the other car.
That's how far the car, she was in the back of the car, that deep.
One bolt left that's fully rusted and seized on in that rad support. So we'll cut that off and then hopefully it will come out. The joys of old cars.
Easy to pull the motor and gearbox out while this is all out.
Yeah. So that's all the front end unassembled there. And next step, what do you reckon, Berto?
Pull the motor out.
Obviously with all this gone, it's much easier to get the motor out. So that was the bit of damage there on the inner guard, you can see, but the panel beater said he can adjust. We can probably nearly do that ourselves. Otherwise, Lockie said that he can adjust all that up so that just obviously nicely fit the rad support back in.
So like this whole thing from about here is kinked.
Yeah.
Worst case, you just buy another one.
Which could nearly be easier. That's the thing with 80, like it's literally all bolt on, like you just unbolt that inner guard and we'll buy another one.
Yeah, you literally could very
Maybe
easily.
we should just ask all 4x4 why they're going for 2 new inner guards. And then we give it all to Lockie, he can paint it all, and then we can bolt it back on the car once he's painted it all. Because that'll save the car going to him as well then. We can just give him the parts and paint them and give them back to us. Might be able to do something like that, we're obviously just working it all out as we go here, but Yeah, it's all looking not too bad once it's coming apart. A few little bits of surface rust and stuff in behind things, so it's probably a good time to fix all that up. Like just a little bit of stuff like that, but nothing bad at all. And then what's next for pulling out this FZ?
I need to undo the power steering lines, catch the power steering fluid. I'm just going to undo the loom, throttle cable, undo the exhaust, and I'll have to get undo the front tail shaft, rear tail shaft, anything with a gearbox. Tail shafts undone, most of the gearbox electricals undone, shift linkages undone, and I've got sick of laying on the ground. So now I'm up here. We've got new inner guards coming.
Yeah, we just made a call to all 4x4. We decided, given the price, it was literally $250 to get them shipped to our door, over trying to repair and stuff around with these old ones. So that'll pretty much be from the firewall out, like that whole thing replaced. So you're going to strip everything off the inner guards now and get rid of them. One inner guard off, get the other one off now. That's the second guard off there now. It actually looks pretty cool with the car like that. You got the engine and suspension sticking out the front there. We're going to finish up for today though. It's about 5 o'clock and then we'll have to organise an engine crane. We'll come back in the morning and hopefully won't be too much drama to get this engine out because it's nearly ready to come out, engine and gearbox out.
The next day, back at it, pulling this thing apart. Couple more wires, couple more mounts, and it's all out.
We've got to go to shops, get ourselves an engine crane.
Yeah, I had a look, they're on special today.
Are they?
Yeah.
But yeah, good day. Berto's been down the shops, finally got ourselves an engine crane because...
No more rentals.
Yeah, we've been renting everyone's engine cranes, every single job we do. Look at that, on special, $300, engine crane and big bag of rags.
Why do they talk like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters? Why do they walk like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters? Why do they act like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters? Why do they rap like gangsters?
What I'm doing currently is I have the jack support in the rear of the transfer case and the gearbox. So I'm going to pull this cross member out, so I'm going to pull the motor and gearbox out together. I'm not going to separate them. So we've obviously got the whole front of the car off, otherwise it would be very hard to get both out. Undo this cross member, undo the gearbox mounts. This will come out and then that'll allow this to drop down when I come out on an angle and we'll have enough room.
Time to pull a FZ motor out. Ready to come out, you reckon?
I hope so. I just unbolted the engine mount brackets from the side of the block on both sides because I couldn't get it up high enough to leave them on off the studs. So I've pulled both of them off and now I'm going to try and get it out. Don't know if it will, but I'll try.
We might be fighting it another couple of hours yet. Nearly there, it is getting very close. Don't quite have the clearance, that's as high as the engine crane will go, but we're going to flatten both the tyres and then that should give it that last bit it needs to get across this stuff here. Obviously harder getting it with the gearbox and transfer case out at the same time, but it's harder but easier than unbolting the gearbox and transferring case and everything under there and then trying to get it out. How's that? FZ 80 Gearbox transfer out.
That's your out.
Big
That-
job.
That thing sounded terrible. They sound so bad. They've said.
So that is engine, gearbox transfer, all of it out. Got the car stripped back over there, and I reckon that's probably it for this episode and the fixing and strip down of the 80, the big round 2 of the build process. So, in the next episode.
Oh, what is that?
What is that over there?
It's one of them Barracudas, isn't it?
So that's next episode right there, mate.
Or was that one of them turbo diesel Ford territory?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
They'll have to watch the next episode to find out.
Well, looks like you're alone then.
Dude, being alone would be bliss.
She's acting
No, I mean like
Real
alone.
real tough, brother. You've
I
been
mean
digging.
like,
Keep on
no,
digging.
no. I mean, if you left me,
Keep
I
digging.
don't know. I'd keep by myself. I would never leave you.
Look, first she crashes our nice car.
Our nice car.
And then this is what she has to say.
I'm
well-
just saying that if you left me,
You'd be happier. That's what you said.
that's
You
what
said-
you said this morning.
You said your
You
life
said,
would be
"Oh my
bliss.
god, I have
said-
so much money."
I
if it
said I'd
wasn't
have
for
more
you."
money.
That's basically saying that you're better off without.
But no, I said after, I said, but I'm not silly enough to think that my life would be happier with more money and no you. So, take that.
Isn't that sweet?
It's nice.
But facts are, I would have a lot more money.
I just used the phone now as Tyler's personal manager. What can I do for you? When I had to call, before I talked to that, was it Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, hey Aaron, just the man I was after. I'm, Tyler Thompson's little manager man dude. I'm just trying to sort out this quote. Oh, yeah.